It's another day here in Minecraft Skyblock, and we've got to focus on the things that are going to help our island progress. Individual skill levels have a huge thing to do with that, and today I'm going to be showing you the absolute best pet that you can use to level up your skills here on Minecraft Skyblock. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back into a brand new episode of Minecraft Skyblock. Today, of course, we are back here on AkumaMC, the best, #1 rated, most insane Skyblock server. Back again for another episode in this brand new season, guys. Again, another massive thank you to all the support you guys have been showing on these videos. You guys have been killing it as always, and I really do appreciate all the love and support that you guys are showing on these. So if you guys could continue to do that for me, and make sure that you've clicked that subscribe button, by the way, as well, because there's a lot of you guys that are showing so much love but don't even realize that you're not even subscribed. So take a minute, take a second, just to scroll down, double check, and click that button for me. But guys, today we are essentially taking a look at what is actually the best pet for going ahead and leveling up your skills, because as we've spoke about a lot before here, leveling up your skills is literally essential here on Skyblock. It is kind of the main thing, the main way that you're actually able to become one of the richest islands here on the server. Now, a little bit of an update. We have been grinding quests off camera, because essentially there was a couple of quests that we were almost stuck on a little bit that we needed to get out of the way. And one of those was to go ahead and complete this gem farmer one right here, where we had to gather 500,000 gems by doing a skill. I basically did a mixture of farming and logging that actually enabled us to get that, so that is pretty cool. That quest is now officially complete. And then we've also completed a couple since then, which was to reach a total of 250 XP levels. As you can see, I've got 267 here. We then had to obtain 10 value blocks from Value Finder. I actually used farming pretty much exclusively for that one. We then have to unlock a full armor set, which we actually did previously, so that counted towards that. And then we have to open a robot egg as our very next challenge. So we are going to continue to do some of our quests today, because like I mentioned at the start of this season, those quests are actually going to be very essential to us, and we are going to need to use those to our advantage, because as the season goes on, the rewards in those quests get significantly better. So we definitely want to focus on those in the upcoming days. So let's go ahead and open up this robot egg. That will complete that challenge for me. We are then going to get onto a challenge where we essentially have to harvest carrots. Thankfully, we have a whole farm of carrots right here. We have to harvest 1,000 of them, so we can quickly get that done. That really shouldn't take us too much time at all. In fact, 1,000 carrots is basically nothing when you think about how much like farming actions and stuff you have to do to get the other, to get skill levels up right now. This is like barely anything at all. Which is kind of weird, because the challenges prior to it were actually a lot harder. Like getting the 250 XP levels takes actually quite a long while, whereas farming 1,000 carrots, it might take me maybe 2 minutes here. Yes, today we will be going over what the exact pet looks like, because thankfully I've been given it by one of my island members, just to show you guys today as well. But we've also been using it a little bit off camera. But I'm going to show you guys the exact pet that is essentially going to help us level up one of our skills the absolute fastest that we can. Of course, there's a bunch of different things here on the server that can help you level up skills faster. The quicker you level up the skills, the better, because you're essentially going to progress your skill mastery. Once your skill mastery is progressed, then that is when you're going to start to get a whole bunch of island value and all that good stuff. Next up, we have to reach level 30 on a pet. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to cheat this one using the pet that we're actually going to feature today. So let me just check to see whether I have any other pets that are close. I believe we won't. So we might have to leave those quests for right now. Talk a little bit about the pet that that we're kind of focusing in on today's episode, and go from there. So yeah, we'll have to see. Let's open up these ultimate things right here. See if we can get anything good. I don't think we did. I think that we should have our Vkits available to us. So we're actually going to go ahead and claim those real quick, and that will come with a whole bunch of openables. So let's go ahead and do that, because those are, going to give me a lot of valuable things here. So let me just go ahead and put in the chest things that we don't really need to open right this second. And the things that we will focus on are the ultimate airdrops, the Vkit clusters, and the Pandora cluster. Now, potentially we maybe should have waited 1 or 2 more days to claim our Vkit here, because actually the next Vkit, or the next cluster, sorry, should be coming up soon, I think. Let me actually double check to see when that says it's coming in. Okay, never mind. 4 days. That's enough that we made the right decision, I think. Let's open up all of the Vkit clusters that we've got here. We can technically get very good coupon balances out of these. We'll see what we managed to get. Lots of sell chests, random consumables, but a lot of experience. I cannot express to you guys how much experience is actually useful to us this season. It's very hard to get in comparison to how it's previously been. So yeah, we'll take that. It wasn't a great opening. We did get a Farmer's Touch consumable though, which actually might tie into what we want to do today. And then Pandora cluster, the only cluster that we're going to be opening today, I think, unless, I don't know, unless something crazy happens. Let's see what we can get out of this. We're going to get 15 fortune scrolls, which, you know, would be good if I ever actually remembered to put them on our robots. I don't think right now that, I think our robots probably have them already. Let me just double check. They are for robots, right? Yeah, robots. Let's just go ahead and do that real quick. Can we... How do you even apply these? Okay, never mind. You literally just drop them in there. I don't know. Maybe we should actually do that. To be honest, we should probably look at the scrolls for that, because that's actually probably very, very valuable, especially when, you know, gems and stuff this season are actually pretty hard to come by. That could actually help us out massively. So maybe we should look at getting different scrolls in there, because what are the different scrolls that we can actually get for robots? We can get Fortune, which is bonus drops. We can get Luck, which is increase the chance of... Okay, yeah, that would actually probably be the one that we want. The Scroll of Luck right there. I don't know if... can we buy Scrolls of Luck from the gem shop? We can. They're 100,000 gems. I'm actually tempted to... we're actually going to buy one of these. I just kind of want to test one, I guess. We'll put it in like... I don't know. We'll put it in this bottom right one right here, and we'll test it. Let's actually... let's give it an upgrade as well. I don't know how much it's going to cost. Okay, it's actually very, very expensive. But for science, you know what? I think we should do it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave it for now. We're not going to do it because I think we're going to need our gems a little bit later on today. So we'll see. But yeah, let's leave that in there. I know it's only a level 1, but I'm thinking that might make a difference. And I guess we might as well put the fortune one in all the other ones since we have them and they're not really doing anything. We might as well apply them. All right, cool. So that is pretty much all applied there. So we'll see whether that actually, you know, does become super effective or not. Those are going to just chill in there. I guess we'll be able to tell pretty quickly how much more this one gains than the rest of them. I mean, right now it's actually gained technically less, so I don't know. It might not be super effective. Maybe that's why people don't really use them. We'll figure it out. So before we get into looking at the pet that I want to talk about today, guys, we're actually going to go ahead and see if we can max out our farming skill quickly, because as you can see, we are level 96 out of 100 right now. A couple more levels on this thing and we'll actually be able to prestige it. Let's actually go ahead and claim all the rewards that are sat in this right now. We'll also just quickly apply any of the value blocks that we gain from doing that as well, because we might as well. We'll see where this puts us on the island top. I haven't checked it in a couple of days, so we may have slipped down a little bit. I don't know. We'll have to kind of figure that out quickly. /IS top. Let's see where we are at. We're in 5th right now. That's not actually horrific. I'll actually happily take that. So let's place down these ultimate airdrops as well. Maybe we'll get... I don't know. Can we get value out of this? I don't even know if we can get value out of this. I was going to say maybe we'll get some additional value, but I don't think you can actually get value directly out of that, but that's okay. Right, that'll be cool. Let's go ahead and just store up all this other stuff. We might actually already have value blocks over here that I should have placed as well. We got some iron in here. Is iron the only... Yeah, I think it's only iron in here. That's okay, though. We'll go ahead and place that. We might as well. So, yes, let's go ahead and work on maxing out this farming skill. It really should not take us long here. In fact, we can actually probably do it at the island. I don't think there's any benefit of doing it in the specific farming place. I don't think it makes a difference. I don't know. Let's go there anyway, just in case it does. Because if it does, and I don't know, maybe a better crop means faster level ups. Who knows? But yeah, we've only got 4 levels this to get. Actually, while we're here, you know what? Let's just screw it. Let's do this, and then before we do that, let's just double check to see how much the prestige is. Okay, we can afford it in everything else. Okay, so in which case, I am going to pop this. There is a chance that we actually manage to max out this farming skill very, very quickly. What I'll do is I'll quickly hit the prestige button, and hopefully we don't waste too much of this. So let's give it a go. This is our first time using consumable this season, actually. So yeah, hopefully it is going to be overpowered. I mean, it is overpowered, but you know what I mean. Hopefully we can get the most out of this right now. It's actually not leveling us up as quick as I thought it might, but I think that's because we don't have any kind of a XP boost or anything right now. I don't even have a farming armor set. That is how bad we are down on farming right now. We need to work on getting that as soon as possible, but I think this will at least help us get to the prestige, so that's fine. I can deal with that. I can take that, and well, hopefully it even gets us there. It might not even get it. Imagine it doesn't even get us there even using this consumable. No, I think we'll be good. I think we're good because we only have 2 more levels that we need to hit here, and then we should be fine. So yeah, hopefully we're able to hit it, and if we are, and there's a little bit of time left, we will of course go ahead and prestige it, and hopefully get ourselves some additional levels using the consumable. Also, I need to max out auto sell on this hoe like as soon as possible, because the amount or the speed that it fills up my inventory when we're farming is actually kind of ridiculous. Even more so when we're using a consumable like this, when we're mining. What is this mining? Like a 4x4 or 3x3 maybe? So yeah, we should definitely work on that, and that is something I do want to work on. But you know, amongst all the other skills, it's very, very hard to focus on just just one tool really in the upgrade scheme of things because of how rare XP is this season. Right, let's go into skills. Let's just quickly make sure that we go ahead and claim all of that. So then we can go back and we can press that. And now we can quickly go ahead and make sure that we're not wasting any of our consumable here. So that we did manage to get some rewards for prestiging that. And hopefully that also helps towards our skill mastery, because you guys will know that skill mastery is essentially the most important thing for us this season. All right, consumable has finished. We managed to get 25 of the levels from that, you know, after prestiging, which is actually very, very good. I'm glad that we went ahead with that. And that does help. We did spend all of our gems and money. I'm glad that we didn't go ahead and spend a bunch on the of the scrolls or whatever earlier. That's good. I'm glad we kept what we did. Let's head over to the island then, and we can take a look at where that actually took us on our big skill, or our, what is it, skill mastery. Let's actually have a quick look here, because I think we should be... Oh, we're so close. Okay, we need 10 more levels of literally any skill, and we'll be good for that one. And then we also have to prestige one more skill, which allows me to talk a little bit about the pet which we're going to feature off today. But before we do that, I do want to announce a giveaway for this episode. And for the first time this season, I think I would like to go ahead and give away one of the 3 times bundles, I think, is what we want to do today. Yeah, let's give away for the first time this season one of the 3 times tropical bundles. Okay, now if you do want to be in with a chance of winning this, then all you need to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment your username, and then join the giveaways only Discord linked down below and press the enter button on the respective giveaway. Just a reminder as well, if you do have a YouTube membership or a Twitch subscription, then you'll have access to an additional channel as long as your Discord is linked with those platforms that will essentially have the giveaway posted again, so you get double the chance to enter and win. So yes, good luck to everybody who does manage to enter that, and hopefully we can find ourselves a winner in a couple of days. So let's talk about the absolute best pet that we can use. It is not this cow that I have got behind me right here. I'm going to show you guys what it is right now. So it is this pet right here. This is a maxed out masterful logging pet, okay, that has the traits of consumable 5 and skill experience 3. If we take a look at the pet trait information, you guys will see that at consumable level 5, we will essentially get a 15-second duration of the consumable that is relevant to that. AKA what we were doing just a moment ago with obviously the farmer's touch, it would be the lumberjack one for the axe. So it has a chance once it goes off to go ahead and actually, you know, trigger that 15 seconds of that consumable, which is super, super valuable. If you guys don't know, the consumables aren't really that easy to get this early in the season. And when you do get them, they do have a massive cooldown as well. So the ability to randomly get that is super, super awesome. And then it also has skill experience 5 on it. As you guys can see right here, the skill experience trait will essentially give you a skill experience boost. And at the level that we currently have it at, it will give us 25 seconds of a 50% boost, which is a lot. That is a lot. If you don't know how much, like that is a crazy boost. So we have essentially been using this pet alongside my my good island members axe right here. This is CB's axe, which is nearly maxed out. It's missing a couple of enchants. CB, I thought you'd be doing better at this point. You know, don't want to say anything, but no, it's missing a couple of enchants, but it's basically maxed. So it is one of the most efficient ones you can use. And of course, it is maxed out on the archaeologist, which is helping us massively with gems. It's also maxed out on the auto sell, so it means we don't have to bother, you know, selling any of the stuff in our inventory. So this is essentially the best setup that we can have as of right this second in regards to logging. So it won't really be long before we actually manage to get our second prestige of logging here. We got to hit level 120, and then of course we got to grind up the money and the gems, but you know, both of which are being helped by the fact that we're using this axe right here. So yeah, we've kind of got a lot of work to do, but at the same time, it's really not that far away. If we would sit here watching a friggin' Netflix show, which, by the way, if you guys have any recommendations, drop it down in the comment section. If we would sit there watching a Netflix show and just going around and, you know, mining trees or whatever, it really wouldn't take us that long to get there. The only thing, like I say, that would really be a problem would be the gems, but there's a bunch of ways that we can earn gems. We can buy gems. We can do all sorts of things to get gems. So, yeah, not really an issue, but we first of all, of course, actually have to hit the skill level, which I feel like is probably the hardest part. Let's actually take a look at how expensive it is, because I haven't got to a second prestige yet, so it might actually be insane. Let's take a look. So it is 3 billion money and then 1.5 million gems. So money, not really an issue for us as an island right now. We got the spawner setup going. We got kind of everything else going, and our money is kind of coming in thick and fast into the island bank. We've now gone ahead and actually upgraded the island so that the island bank now is unlimited. It means that we, are not wasting money. It's not going going into the void. It is actually going ahead and storing in there so that when island members do need it, then it is available to them. So with all that going on, money, again, really isn't an issue, but gems, I feel like as an island, we have a little bit of a gem shortage, and that is mainly because of the cost of upgrading and prestiging your skills, because most of my island members, to be honest with you, have been going pretty ham. And actually, I think CB is on his last prestige now for logging. It's just that expense of actually going ahead and you know, purchasing it that we're kind of waiting on right now. So it is it's an expensive thing to do, but I feel like, you know, as we're going as an island, it's going to slowly get easier as the season progresses. As for me though, yes, we definitely need to work on the gems income. We did actually manage to get a decent amount up until today when we spent it all on prestiging, but I guess it kind of balances out. I feel like you probably get just as many gems as you're like gonna spend by grinding. So yeah, we gotta put the time in, and we gotta get those skills up there pretty much. But with this setup, with this pet and the axe that we're using right now, this is essentially the most overpowered and quickest way that we're gonna get to do that. Of course, we are working on our armor as well right now. We just need logging actions in order to actually upgrade that anymore. And when we do upgrade these pieces once more each, then we will actually go ahead and get ourselves an additional skill XP boost. Plus, once the new clusters start coming out as the season progresses, it'll also become a lot easier to get ourselves some skill XP boosters that we can use to go ahead and actually level up a lot faster. So yeah, who knows? But next time the new clusters are released, I think I'm gonna buy a bunch of them and hope that we can get really lucky with those XP boosters. Because to be honest with you, out of everyone on the island, I think I probably need them the most because I spend the least time grinding, and I will be the first to admit that. Okay, it's okay. I'm just being a leader in the background, right, guys, right? I mean, yeah, I definitely don't even do that. I don't know what I bring to the table to my island anymore. Vibes, okay, I bring vibes. No, but seriously, shout out to my island members, because I think without them, my season will be a lot hotter. I mean, to be honest, I think everyone's season would be a lot hotter individually if we didn't have island members, you know, constantly working on things, because they kind of just help each other, and I think that's kind of how an island should be. I mean, it's a lot easier when you've got 5 people working towards one thing than it does one person working towards 5 things. So, you know, it kind of works out in the end, and I think we get it done pretty well. I mean, we're island top 5 right now, which I guess isn't too bad. I mean, again, getting that value and getting onto island top is pretty much solely about individual skill rank ups. Because of that skills mastery and, you know, the ability to actually get good value comes like way later. Essentially, you just got to get this going. Like, if you can get this going, you can get that going ham, then I don't know, you're in a good place for getting value just by grinding skills. All the other value, like from crates and just stuff in general, like value generators on the island, is good, but it's never going to be up to the standard of what you can get if you can get that mastery, you know, up there at a very high level. And actually, because you're grinding the individual skills, you also get the level up rewards from the individual skills, which often through a lot of the tiers do include just straight up island value. So it's generally just all comes back to that. That is the main focus, and always will be, I think, for this season. But I think we do actually get a mastery level up on the very next skill rank up that we get right here. So let's take a look. We are 50% through level 87 right now, on our way to 88. Let's see what happens when we do go ahead and get one more level. All right, right on the verge. Here we go. A couple more trees. There we go. So that should, I believe, be what we needed for the skill mastery level up. Maybe now. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So we now have essentially a better loot pool of our spawner finder. Spawner finder is just a generic thing that you have. It's not like an enchant or anything. It just happens as you're grinding your skills. So yeah, now we essentially need to hit a prestige, and then we'd be good. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't seem to count the fact that we have a maxed out pet right here for reaching level 30 on a pet. I think that, to be honest, that's just something we're going to have to grind up. I don't really know if there's a quick way to do it. I don't think there is. So we're just going to have to, I don't know. To be honest with you, I've kind of been using this farming pet and this farming pet only. So I guess if we just continue doing that at some point or another, it's actually going to hit level 30. I don't know. Maybe as an island, we've got a pet that's like close to level 30. Or it might honestly even work. Is level 30 the max? I don't think it is. I think it will probably even work if you were like level 32 on a pet or something and you leveled it up to 33. I think that would do the job, but I just don't think it can recognize it when the pet's already maxed out. Also, one thing I haven't actually looked at this season is the battle pass. We do need to have a look at that, because I think that that could actually be another very good source of income and source of good rewards. So we do actually have to check that. If you guys have any opinions on the battle pass, please let me know down in the comment section, and maybe if it's worth it, we'll check that out and see whether there are some easy ways for us to get a lot of easy prizes and good prizes from that. Something that we generally do check out every single season, and usually is probably one of the most valuable things that you can get from the store. You know, being as cheap as it is, it usually gives you way more rewards than like you could ever buy. So yeah, maybe we'll check that out next episode. I want to quickly check the island to see whether we do have a pet that's like close to 30, because if we do, then that'll be awesome and would save me a lot of hassle, and then we can see what the next steps are going to be. So yeah, let me take a quick gander through these chests and see whether there's anything. 28 could be a very, very good one to go for right here. Grinding is something which I haven't really done too much of so far this season, just because I feel like it's not been the easiest thing to progress in the world. So I don't know, we'll have to figure that one out. Yeah, that looks like that's probably going to be the closest. Wait, we do have a gem pet here. Level progress 14. I wonder if, because we can use that doing anything, right? I'm pretty sure, like, we could actually use this while we're logging. I'm fairly certain. If we deactivate this one, I believe we can activate this one instead. Let's see if this actually is gonna, you know, give me the option. And if it does level up, then we could be good. I don't know how quickly these things level up though, so it might actually take me a while. Now, I don't know. It's weird because it's going up percentage wise for the pet, but it's not like it's not recognizing that it's over the level that we need. I don't know if maybe we really do have to like actually level it up, which is it's fine, but I don't know. In which case, the grinding one is probably the easiest one to do. Because I mean, I know it needs 2 levels, but to be honest with you, we could literally just sit here, like I said earlier, and watch some Netflix or something, and it would continually grind this pet. So that might be the strategy that we go for, actually. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it for now, and I think we'll work on that. I think if we take a look at quests, I wonder if it's okay, it hasn't triggered onto the fact that we've got this pet active either. Okay, yeah, we'll work on it, but I think that that's going to be the way to do it. The next thing is going to be spawner finder, so that's going to be something to do with our what is it called? Our friggin' skill level. Our this one right here, skill mastery. I don't know why I always forget what it's called. But if we get another prestige in for any skill right now, then we will indeed increase the percentage of finding diamond value blocks, which of course are way more valuable than the ones that we're currently finding a lot of. So we would absolutely take that. I think the next one for us to go ahead and prestige will be logging again. Looking at, you know, what all the different skills that we have, I think logging is probably going to be the closest. Obviously, we do have to hit 120 here, and we need a lot of gems and money in order to actually go ahead and do it. But I think we'll get there, no problem. If not, it might be grinding, honestly, depending on how long this pet takes me to level up as well. Well, guys, I think that is going to be where I go ahead and end off today. We are on the way right now to becoming one of the top islands, especially with all the techniques we're using, I think, to, get these skill levels. I need to put in a lot more time into actually going ahead and getting these. I think next time I see you, we will absolutely be ready to prestige our logging skill. And I'm going to make a commitment that we will also be in a stage to prestige another skill. I haven't worked out which one it'll be. It'll probably be grinding because we're about to do a bunch of that anyway. So yeah, we'll work on it, and hopefully by next episode, we'll be ready and raring to go. Guys, that is going to be it from me today. If you have enjoyed this video, please make sure you do hit that like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you click that one as well. And yeah, that is it from me today, and I'll see you all in the next episode of Skyblock here on AkumaMC.